everyone. Welcome to our third round of the Ashes tournament. Welcome.
Good day. Gen Con. This is going to be a great match. Jason Pere versus Elliot both made top four. Leo versus Cole, which seemed to be end up being sort of the match of the tournament, right? Cole versus Leo. Good stuff.
Yeah, I am so excited for this match. It's probably one of the closest games that I know nothing about the outcome. I mean, I know how it ends, but I don't know how we got there. I've actually got a chance to play Jason's deck versus Bob, and it's a strong deck. So I'm really excited for this game.
Yeah, and I guess the blood points in this match.
Don't spoil. Don't spoil the ending.
Yeah,
this is going to be the only one where I think we're going to get a lot of drama. Okay, people on the edge of their seats.
I'm sorry.
Some people might be skipping towards the end of the video just to find out because they can't take it.
No, well, I didn't want to bear. Yeah, okay.
So interesting.
So can I talk about their dice or stuff? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Go for it.
No, go ahead.
No, you created a monster when you guys wanted Hype Christian on the video. Okay.
So the Jason's dice is very interesting. It's got charm and illusion, which seems to be a little bit, I'm going to put this word in quotes, less played. Though of course we just saw Carl with charm and illusion, but but with the nature, normally there's ceremonial somewhere. So not having the ceremonial is interesting. It also affords him the ability to play seal. Which, look at his book. Look, that's Jason's book. You should buy it. Calling the Reaper. He's yes.
Oh yeah, we should plug it. I mean,
there's your book, Jason.
Yeah, Jason's book, Calling the Reaper. Oh, he put it on the camera. What a smart man.
So you're a good dude. Good man.
Oh, look, another one. Does anyone else want to buy
This is my book. It's a good man. I like it.
Is it calling or calling? Because we're gonna.
Oh,
I think it's calling. There we go. In frame.
Yes.
It's on Amazon. You just said. Jason's so awesome.
That makes me so happy.
I'm probably going to leave the audio in just for that, the intro. Oh, man.
It makes me so happy.
That was awesome. Cool. Also, he's sporting his Flash Fiction shirt. If you don't read that, it's awesome. Ash's fan fiction, but I know that he's messaged and talked with Isaac personally about sort of the world so he can go forward in writing it.
He's got these magic sleeves, though. What's that game?
Yeah, so I actually asked him about that when I played the deck, and I was like, I don't want to play this deck because of these sleeves. And he said, I actually only bought these sleeves because I wanted to play test a game I was making. And I was like, that's fair enough, but why did you bring them to the Ashes tournament?
Very cool.
So we've already seen Elliot win before. I mean, are we rooting for the guy? Yeah, he's playing Cole. I mean, screw Leo. Sorry, Jason, you're a cool guy, but you're playing Leo in that stupid Glowfinch, so you need to die.
No, geez. Seems like we've lost our impartiality here.
Did I not say that anyone who plays Finch is just going to get trash talked by me the entire game? I just really dislike the Finch. Yeah, impartial commentating. How do we do this? It could be
those abs. Look at those abs. And the old man. Abs and the old man. That's the name of this matchup.
Abs and the old man.
That should be a sitcom.
I'd watch.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. We got a dice roll. Dang, look at that charm power popping off on Leo's side.
Nice. The glare's not so bad this time. That's good. We really do. I'm really looking forward to when we get the filter, though.
Yeah, polarized filter is a must, but it was a learning experience. I think so far so good.
Mm-hmm.
I really like. This is really random. I think we're just buying time because this takes a long time to get started. But I really like those. Elliot has matte clear sleeves, and they're just really cool with the Ashes logo on the background.
I thought you were going to say he has a matte and Jason doesn't, and I was like, why are you busting on Jason?
I wish that Jason would have made a play mat out of all of his books and then played on top of that.
That's so good. It says Calling Reaper available on Amazon.
On Amazon, yeah. That'd be
so
cool.
then whenever we record him, he'll just point at this and say, buy it. Buy my book.
So going into the tournament, it's a well-known fact that me, Elliot, you, Eric, we all trained pretty hard together. And so we sort of talked about the decks we expected people to be playing and to see at the tournament. And we had no idea what to expect from Jason's Leo.
That's fair.
The mana spread is nothing we're used to playing against. We had no idea. I mean, the mana spread we know that he loves. If you know anything about Jason, he loves the Gilder. He calls them rats. Even when he
Right.
plays, he's like, I summon a rat. Um,
Right.
and bears. I would expect bears too, but like outside of that, what is he doing with this deck? I have no idea.
Right. Yeah, me neither.
He
I
calls
mean,
it everything Leo. This is actually a deck we did a top deck for on the main action.
oh, that's
Um,
cool. Yeah,
yeah, it
very
was like
cool.
the episode before Gen Con. He was the top deck, and then he went on to top 8 with it, which is really cool.
That is very cool. I think we said it was a terrible deck, probably because
I thought about that. I was like, I bet we tore it apart.
we
And then
just,
he was like, let me show you. Let me show you how to top 8.
yes, you guys are not good. That's you do not know what you're talking about at all.
Man, was this like the first table announced? Oh, I bet it was because they're both really high in the ranking at this point.
Probably. I really do appreciate, by the way, all the folks that decided or were willing to play under the camera. I know it can be a little bit distracting, and I know it can be a little bit nerve rattling, but because we were set off from the normal tables a little bit, and where we had the rig set up, and we would ask people if they were willing to come over and play, and for the most part, people were eager and willing, and that was really great. And I thank you. I mean, we get to watch some really great games and get to talk over them and bring these to the community. It makes me happy to do that. So thank you for anybody that came and sat under the camera and the lights and show their book off. We're really appreciated.
Show the book off. Man, he's a marketing genius, though.
That's awesome.
Cal level marketing. Right out of the gate, Frostback Bear.
Bear and is it Finchy?
Oh
Your
man,
friend in
the
art?
handshake of good
And
luck.
the handshake after the bear.
The sports he's like you just let you know you're gonna need it. I'll put a bear
Bear and a
up.
Finch. Now I'll shake your hand. What about that?
Just to let you know what you're up against. Yeah, he sees your bear and he can't match your glowfinch though. He can't do it.
Finch.
I hate the finch.
Finch. It's like
Look
Newman.
at it though. It's just like you ain't getting me.
Finch.
So we see that he has anguish in that first hand. Whenever Leo was announced, that's something people talked about immediately. That's a first 5, like it's just wounds. You're gonna get damage out of that mice, the 2 dice for sure.
You're calling them rats now too? Is it
I'm
mice?
with it. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Gilder was a core set MVP. I'm no surprise Jason's still playing him. I mean, it's on a similar value of like the Frostbite Bear, right? You still it's a big down payment, but the value you get out after it is just really good.
So Elliot met it off. I can't really tell what that is.
I
It's
can't
either
tell what that is. I think it's a
Mist
Mist Typhoon.
Yeah, it's a Mist Typhoon.
That seems like to
And
be the
100
only card
blades.
being off anymore.
And 100 blades. So there was a Mist Typhoon and 100
Oh,
blades.
that is brutal.
Wow.
This is good. This is probably the closest game we're gonna see yet. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, I think that's a big hit for a Cole deck that needs to be able to sweep a board against the Leo that's got a
Who
lot
could
of
just-
books.
Yes,
A lot of books.
absolutely. Looks like he's gonna put that bear out. Thinking really hard about it.
Yeah, I wonder if he's got hidden power because Elliot will strip dice to prevent things from hitting the board.
Yeah, it looks like he really had to think about it because if he summons his bear with that particular mana, he cannot summon the Gilder if Elliot strips it. Right? That's what you're just saying. Let's see if he does it.
What you said.
Yeah, basically, in summation, what you said. Looks like he puts the bear. Let's see if we get that. Yeah, Elliot ain't messing around. Elliot's a strong player. He's not going to let that slip by.
Mm-hmm. So he basically says, show me the hidden power if you've got it. Oh, and he might go after the rest of the charm dice.
What's the third book, you think? I
Looks
know
like,
what it is.
Looks like Jason's got the hidden power. So, yeah, there it is.
Yep. So did Elliot start it? Probably not. Maybe.
Well, I think I kind of know what the third book is, but I think we know what it's going to be from this point forward, though. Because I think you guys talked about changing his deck after the turn.
Yeah. It's good. It's good commentary when we're both like, yeah, I know what it is.
So that's
And
a
then,
monk, right?
Yeah. It's a monk.
So anything surprising from Elliot so far? Pretty standard stuff. Do you think he's got the Hammer Knight, or do you think he went Hidden Power?
If he has the Hammer Knight, he can't play it, so I certainly hope it's not the Hammer Knight.
Right. Here's some anguish.
This
Take some
is
anguish.
this is brutal versus Cole. Like as Cole.
My guess is he's going to take at least two. He needs to protect that hand.
So he takes 2 for the card, and now Jason's deciding which dice he wants to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like Elliot said, "Yeah, you can have them."
Mm-hmm. Protecting that life. The anguish is such a strong card in effect, but it's also such a strong card because it takes 2 basic mana.
Oh, 100% accurate. Yes,
the 2 basic mana is just
a lot of people cut when we were doing early rounds of testing. Cut anguish from there, so it's an Orchid Dove is that last card.
Orchid Dove. I'm still not on the Orchid Dove train. I know I'm wrong.
After discussing it with Jason after the end of the tournament, he was saying he wished it was an owl.
Mhm.
Like I was saying, a lot of people cut anguish from their decks, their Leo decks, and I was like, guys, this is a brutal card, especially like late in the round if they have no hand left or they're out of mana. Like you're gonna do 2 wounds guaranteed for 2 basic. It's so strong. I think that Eric was running a deck at one point that he took out Molten Gold for anguish.
Interesting. I like Jason's setup here, by the way, with 2 frogs with a gilder, so he can gilder ping, which we've talked about. This is a pretty strong setup.
Yeah, and that Finch isn't going anywhere, right?
Right. This is strong. This is a strong setup. And the gilder is effectively holding off the spirit summon.
Yes, that's very interesting. He has to make him use it, right?
Yeah, he does.
He gets a chant out of it too.
And then he's making way for the Anchor Knot, I think.
Yeah, agreed. If the Anchor Knot makes it through the round, it's way better value.
And the Gilder and the Finch both having Unit Guard is really strong.
Yes, Unit Guard is so strong now.
Curious to see how much the Doves do for him. I think the Doves will do work in the early game against Cole because Elliot's not going to be able to swing.
Yeah, unless he tries committing a card, but yeah, this is really interesting, this matchup, because this matchup is why we decided to take Cole.
So he frog pinged the Butterfly Monk.
Yeah, I think that he's trying to put the bear in a situation that he can kill it.
He wants to pressure the bear. Okay. Interesting choice. This is why these guys are just way better than me, by the way, in play.
You're kind of low.
Yeah, that's why these guys are better than me in play, because it's these board interactions that I have problems with. So the Gilder takes out the...
Yeah, so really interesting reaction. So Jason side action pings the Butterfly Monk, heals Cole. Elliot heals Cole with the wound. Chant of Revenge tries to hit the Orchid Dove. The Finch takes it. It says 5 wounds, but it's just 1. And then the Gilder comes out, kills the Shadow Spirit. Anchor Knot comes out, finishes off the Dove. But Elliot's bear is only going to hit a Gilder if he tries swinging.
Right.
Very, very interesting. This is like a chess match. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Except chess isn't awesome.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's it. Me versus the world's like most renowned game. Come at me.
Wow. Hating on chess. That game's only been around a while.
I know. So the Gilder swung. The Gilder swung? What did it swing at? Oh, the Anchor Knot, maybe?
Maybe.
and they
And they
passed
both
out.
pass out. Interesting. Now,
So
Elliot's gonna now it's gonna recover. That Finch is gonna. It's got
yeah,
recover one too as well,
yeah,
one as
hey,
well.
listen, I know we're trying to be impartial, but that Finch is stupid. It's so stupid. So I always
And by
question it.
stupid you mean good,
Yeah, for
like
sure.
dope
And so,
or
like,
cool.
even if you're like, oh, I didn't kill it the first round, I didn't get milled the first round, it doesn't matter. He's gonna kill it this round. You get another one out. It's just, it's brutal. It's so
Now he
brutal.
doesn't have blood chains though.
Right. He can't.
So redirect. How else can he kill it? Redirect is pretty much it, right? Killed himself. I mean,
Redirect and Gilders.
he could ping it with Gilders, correct?
Second chance. That's gonna be huge in this
Double
matchup.
chant. Yeah,
Methinks.
yeah, I agree.
So, what do you think Leo's win con is here? Is he just trying to wall up and do damage over the top? I think we know Elliot's win con pretty well by now.
So the inclusion of Dove, and I think that's what we talked about, right? That the inclusion of Dove meant that you were going to be probably a little bit more of a stall E type deck without heavy hitters. So we talked about potentially throwing in Beast Tamers or something like that. Obviously, you don't need them with Leo's ability to fill the board from the books. So I'm guessing though that the Bears probably are not going to hit Cole very much. That most of the damage, if not all of the damage that actually hits Elliot, just from a guess, not having watched this, is that it's going to be direct damage.
Agree. So you just said that the Bears probably will not hit Cole much, but it looks like he's going to use it for threat removal, right?
Right. Yeah. He's going to attack units and say, go ahead and make the call, Elliot. Do you want this to hit you or that unit? And then use Gilders and Frog Dice to ping down whatever doesn't die to the bear. And he can also probably end up.
Okay, so what happened here is that both the Bears are swinging to each other and both going to get to activate freeze. The active player got to choose who decides to freeze first or gets the option, right? So Elliot, I think he made Elliot do it first, and Elliot said no, and then Jason did.
Gotcha. So it's a matter of announcing triggers. So who the active player gets to decide whenever there's the potential for both players to activate a trigger, he says you do it first. Oh, the third chant.
Wow. Wow,
Yes.
that is major, major key.
Battle station fully operational.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, get that one. Cole's only got 15 health, right, guys?
It's got 15 health. That's what you're supposed to say it in a positive way.
Yeah, Cole has 15 health.
15 health? What?
Oh, another missed Typhoon. Brutal. Brutal. By the way,
Bear?
Jason's operated
Yeah.
completely um from the cards on the board, right? Like he hasn't summoned anything.
Correct.
He's down a mana.
Freeze.
Yes. Freeze.
He froze. He froze stuff.
He
Stuff got
so
froze.
hard.
Another Gilder. Probably to finish off a bear.
So what do you think about that decision to Gilder ping the bear? I mean, there's a spirit coming. There's an anchor not still on the field. There's triple chance, which is probably the big problem. But
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if does he have missed typhoons? Do you know?
he might. That would be really gnarly. Um, but also he has a frog die, so I guess he could finish off the spirit if he needs to with a side action anyway.
Missed typhoons would be pretty interesting in that deck
Oh, for sure.
with Gilders and the like. And then I think he probably uses hidden powers for ping dice.
Yeah, I really like Jason's deck.
Yeah, me too. And he plays it very well.
So I think he tried to spend a basic to summon a dove, but Elliot said it's not focused yet. So Cole's wall's getting big. I'm kind of threatening. Um, and Jason's sitting on a lot of low health units, so it's lining up for Cole's wham bam.
Right.
But
The Wombo combo.
yeah, Wombo combo. But Jason goes first next, so it's not going to be too devastating if he has to do it this round. Nice.
See, I think that you, and we talked about this in Eric's game as well. I think that you want something to die on your side. I think that you want your butterfly monk to die. Just looking at this board, you want to do 3 with the chance. You want to gain a life as Cole. That has to happen for you to be happy this round.
Yeah. I just you know, Elliot said he disagreed with some of our commentary in the first game, and I'm really interested to know what it was. Um, yeah, really interested. I feel like Elliot has to kill one of these bears eventually, right? So I don't
One of
know
his
if
own bears.
no one of Elliot's bears. Jason will have to kill one of Elliot's bears. Sorry,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I feel like chants are going to get triggered, and if not, that means bears are living, which is good for Elliot. But I agree with you.
Oh,
If it ever looks like it's not going to happen, slashing a butterfly monk's not a bad call.
right. And now it's our intention to have Elliot on the main action so we can ask him, where we screwed it up because, so from a ranking standpoint, Elliot is leaps and bounds better than me in this game. So the fact that I said something he disagreed with, well, he always disagrees with me. So that's
That's a
not
given.
anything new. Yeah, I could. Yeah, water's wet. No, Elliot. So I'm just curious to hear what he has to say about it.
Yeah,
And it
and
would have been nice to have him. It would have been nice to have him, commentate with us. But we needed to get that out. That was the plan, by the way. So looked like a shadow spirit swung. And he just didn't expect to redirect.
the
Onto the
redirect to Finch
Finch.
is stupid.
Oh, and now you roll a card because the Finch doesn't do enough.
There's blood chains. It's a good card, and really with what Elliot's sitting on, it's a great card. That's some mass removal for 1 mana. Mass removal or removal in the sense that you don't have to worry about it anymore.
And that Finch is coming back.
Yep, for 1 basic mana. Isaac,
That
what the
Finch is
heck?
that Finch is coming back.
Oh, Saria's Heart's Pool, 1 heart. Noah's Shadow Target, 1 ceremonial. Finch, 1 basic. Seems
No,
fair.
I understand why he did that though. I think I think I understand is that I think he wanted to take Phoenixborn out of specific dice types.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, especially if the game keeps growing and new dice types come out, you don't want people to be locked in.
Right.
But I mean, it's, it's good.
It is. It's
Really
very
good.
good. Very, very good. But no, I think it makes sense to take people now, but Victoria's locked into illusion though. So
And how many Victorias are in the top 8?
I don't know. Is it a trick question?
I'm just saying, like the top 4 were all basic mana required abilities. Auric basic mana, sort of, in a weird way. It's not really basic mana, but it doesn't matter what the mana is, right? Um, the only one that didn't needed a specific mana type in the top 8 was Aradel, because Brendan himself or herself too also is basic mana. That to me is really interesting.
So the Gilder and the Orchid Dove swung. The Butterfly Monk jumped in front, and he healed his bear, and he's doing his chant damage.
Man, 3 chance mass sweep.
That's some ping. That's some ping stuff right there. Is he
Is that
gonna hit
100
a blade?
blades?
It is
Yes.
the
I
100
healing the bear is
blades.
not. He's only at 4 wounds. Healing the bear to me is really smart because the more bodies he keeps around on the board is gonna the better for him. You know.
Wow. Is that 4 units that died there from a single spell?
That was all of them. Yeah.
All of them. Oh my goodness. And ladies and gentlemen, the power of Cole.
Yep. This is
One
probably the first
spell,
turn we've ever seen in the videos that shows the might of Cole.
and he draws a card. Now he's going to be able to refill up pretty quickly. But geez, man. One spell, your board's gone. That's pretty brutal. It's got to be a little bit demoralizing as well. You know, Jason's eyeing that molten gold. Do you think he's going to kill a bear with it, or is he going to? No, he's got his own bear coming, so he's
Yeah, and if it comes
fine.
to a bear versus bear fight, Elliot's out of mana, so he can freeze.
Mm-hmm. Now, wouldn't you, if you were Jason, molten that bear with no units on this side of the board, no mana, everything exhausted?
Maybe
Molten the bear and swing.
the so the thing is like he's playing butterfly monks and you're doing the same exact damage. It's a tough call. Yeah, maybe you're doing the same. You're getting the same out of it, I guess.
Well, you're not. What you're doing is that it's a material gain on your side. So if it's 3 damage either way,
Right. So what I'm saying is if he plays it now, plays the molten now, and then swings for 3, and the butterfly monks heal up that 3 anyway. I don't know. I like Molten as a closer, but yeah, you're right. Molting it now, swinging for 3. You don't have to worry about that bear. The other bear's only at 1 health. You can regain some ground here. I agree with you.
because Elliot's basically making the decision with slash to say I'm going to slash that bear down.
Yep.
Now you could swing with the bear and ping his bear.
I think though that why Jason's not just doing what you said. I think he has another Frostback Bear book in hand,
Gotcha.
which is pretty good for him if it is. But
Yeah, that you're right. If he's got another bear book, probably get the other book in play. And it looks like he's got 2 books in play. I wonder what they are.
so the dove. So now they're basic mana.
Mm-hmm.
Basic mana is good, right?
I've heard that. So that the summoning of the dove will preclude Elliot from attacking.
Yeah, so basically Elliot has to decide if he swings right now, which is not a bad call with the bear at 1. But I guess the freeze is terrifying. This is a really interesting game. There's some hard decisions, and like we can comment all we want, but like
No, I think Elliot passed, which is the right call because he plays a dove. You can still slash the Arcid dove and still have your ability to attack back if you need to.
yep. And he may be able to get him to overcommit if he's willing to trade that damage. Leo's only taken 2.
Mm-hmm. And there's the bear swing. He takes that
Wow.
on. So calm, Elliot. You are a calm dude. Unless he attacks something that the bear couldn't block for.
So he slashes it and swings for 3. Wow. Who as easy I just I it's a strong decision to make that decision as Cole and say I'm willing to trade the mana or the health and I'm down to 8 while you have 14 left. That's awesome.
Also note I feel like he still could have molten the bear and not taken any,
Agreed. I agree.
and
That's a
still
good
got
play.
that orchid dove in play. Now he would have slashed it, of course, but
You still had the mana for it too.
mhm. And the molten's going on something.
So he made the right decision, just maybe a turn too late.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think he
Also,
takes. I don't think he takes three there.
I mean, like, so you gotta figure he's running Simile Pains. Um, you put that Molten at this point with Cole at 7 on Cole. It
You
puts
go
him at
first,
10.
maybe. Yeah, maybe since you go first. Interesting.
Man, what a good game! Lots of decision points. I'm sure there's going to be so many comments of like, "Well, Christian, you were wrong about all of it because this is why."
And we probably are. Take our commentary with super grain of salt.
Oh, so let's
That a
look.
miss? That a mist
He does
typhoon?
have Miss Typhoon.
He does have the mist typhoons.
And Anguish, man, I feel like he needed to kill a bear because in any moment, man, tough decisions. I just really wonder if he had molten the. Then he's taken a lot of damage from Cole swinging back, right?
If he moltens if you molten the bear,
No, if you molten
you're
Cole, I'm saying
I
you
see.
molten Cole,
Yeah.
and he goes first next. He moltens Cole. He puts out 2 units with Finch and a main action, and he's got Sympathy Pain in hand. He would have put Cole at 2 health,
Wow.
which Remorse could do or Anguish could do. Like that's a very interesting decision point to molten the bear after you dealt 3 with your own bear. You know what I'm
Right
saying?
after you took the damage, you have the ability to shut down the bear. Oh,
Miss
Mist
Typhoon,
Typhoon has sudden become just so good.
really, really good card. Here come Chance though.
Yes, his
Yeah,
bear's gonna explode
in his
probably.
damage race, I think he had to just try and burn him out before Chance caught up to him. Maybe again, it's all hindsight 2020 and how you did decision making is easy whenever you know how it played out instead of what's in their
Right.
hand.
Right. Where's this three going?
Said 3 to you.
Three
So
to
right
you.
now, right now, Cole would be at 2 health had he molten him.
Wow.
Very, very interesting.
Wow. So yeah, had he not molten the bear, he moltens Cole. He still casts the Typhoon just the same way,
Right.
and he's sitting there with a bear and against Elliot's bear. So Elliot has two bears now, but I think that you can take those two bears. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, tough calls. So, man, wow. So Elliot's trying to stop, I think Molten. Well, not just Molten. Look how much of Jason's spellboard is dependent on nature. So he's basically saying, if you Molten me, you're not going to get any other units
Yeah,
out
no
other
new
than doves.
bear, no new gilder, right?
Right. Oh, really, really close. So Leo's sitting at 8, so he's got 11 health left versus Cole's 5.
Yes.
We don't have no one in this game is playing using one of those cool counters.
Again, normally don't like those, but in on this, it's fantastic. I have to get one for the next time we do this and ask people to use it instead. I don't know if they'd want to though. That's one thing that Leo can do is just fill a board.
Yeah, and he's got a Battlefield 6, which is really a good board to be filling.
Sure. It's a bear. Need to get monks in play, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're Cole, you need to find a way to gain life.
Looks like I counted 6 cards left in his deck when he counted it. I don't know. I maybe started counting late. Oh man, 5 health is not a place you want to be.
Is he going to cast that chant?
You know, I hope so. we did a lot of practice with Elliot, and he never cast Chain of Protection.
He just didn't like to cast it. It almost hurt him. It pained him every time to cast Chant of Protection.
Do it, Elliot.
Do it.
Cast the Chain of Protection.
Do I cast this or
He's gonna slash it. I tell you what, guys, slashing cards is so much fun. Like you're never out of you never feel out of a round. Yes, Elliot, you're so wise.
Oh, there he is.
And looks like he's got the third Typhoon and Hunter Blades in hand.
Yes. Those are going to be they're going to do work here, especially with and a hidden power, right? So he's kind of got the trifecta.
Yeah, it's a super combo. He just needs to not die, right?
Right. Right. So he's going to basically clear Jason's board and hit him and then hit him again. Isn't that how it's going to work?
Yeah, I assume so.
Yeah. And this is the dangerous thing that Cole can do is this sweep, swing. It's just really pretty impressive. I don't know if he can kill one of the. Oh, he can frog ping it. He can. Yeah, he should be able to clear the board.
So right there, Jason played
Anguish.
What if he had swung with both bears?
Yeah, Elliot would have lost the chant.
Right.
So
I forgot you played chant.
Yeah, he would take 2 on his bear and would have lost the chant. But he probably wouldn't have countered.
Yeah, then I mean, yeah. I mean, hey, just hypotheticals. I really did forget. Like we just congratulated him for playing Chant, and I forgot that he just played it. That's one of those cards. Whenever you're walking by games and you're like, "Oh man, this is over," and then they're like, "Nuh-uh, Chant." I'm like, "Oh man, I never see that card on someone's battle or spell board."
Yeah, I saw it on yours.
Yeah, 14 wounds. That seems like to be a good place to be. He took all 4. He said, "I don't care." What a man, Elliot. Gosh. Oh, and he's like, I got healing coming too. Don't you worry.
He took all 4.
Well, we saw his hand. Why wouldn't he? Like he's going for it. You know, that's awesome.
Yes, he is. So
That's
what's
awesome.
lethal? What's he need? He needs 11.
Here comes hidden power. Yeah, he needs 11. Right now, he's sitting at just.
Oh, slash! I forgot about the slash. Man, I was like, how's he going to kill the other bear? Slash.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to slash.
This game state where your opponent is out of mana is a great place to be for Cole because you know exactly how much damage you need to do to their spell board or their battlefield, and you have all the tools to do it.
And there's the spirit. And the 2 cards in hand about to blow things up. This is.
I think Jason just said I'm passed out. You go ahead.
I think, but I don't know if that was the right thing to do. At some point, you need to swing at things or you die. Don't you need to like double attack or attack to kill? I mean, you see what I'm saying? I think.
Right.
I think
you're saying that like these are dead anyway.
Right. You have to believe that Elliot's going to kill them. You have to swing.
Right. If they're dead anyway, swing. All that you stand to lose by that is he's going to get 1 to 2 more damage on slash, but at least maybe you do damage back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or reduce the damage you take overall by killing their units.
So Elliot's going to swing for 5, 6, and then swing for 6, right?
Yep.
And there's the 100 blades.
I think he meditated the to get the power ceremonial, so he gets another anchor knot.
Oh wow. Here they come.
Wow.
Yeah. What a game. Holy smokes.
Oh, he got the anchor knot back because he's about to be out of deck. And if he takes 1 point of damage, just one, from deck, then Sympathy Pain can kill him.
I don't understand.
So he's at 1 health,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see what you're saying.
He's got Chain of Protection, which can soak a Sympathy Pain.
I see what you're
But if
saying.
he takes even one,
I see exactly what you're saying.
but I think he meditated from deck, so I don't think it was ever an issue. So maybe he just wanted to get extra slashes. But again, if he takes 1 more point of damage, he's in trouble because of Sympathy Pains.
Gotcha.
Yep. Yep.
Does he have it? He did.
So 1 more point of
Wow.
damage from literally anywhere.
Oh, jeez. Holy smokes.
Colin in the background just said, "Wow, Cole's gonna be a thing."
14 blood points on Cole. Chant of Protection did its work. This was the actual separator, by the way, between Jason and Eric. When
Right.
Eric played Elliot, he wasn't able to put as many blood points on him as Jason was, and because Jason put the luck 14 blood points on him, luck 14 made these guys both go in. Wow.
Yes, that was a really, really close game. I mean, I don't think there's like, I don't know what Jason really could have done differently other than at one point just say, I'm going to deal the Molten to Cole. But
Hmm.
then we don't know how it shakes out with that bear still being alive.
Correct. Correct.
Um,
We just don't.
and then the second would be if you know your units are, if you expect your units are going to die, from Hunter Blades, try and take anything out you can with them.
Right. I think they're at the end there. I don't think he would have taken lethal right then. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because I think a bear would have been dead. You just sort of prevent lethal at that point. What a game. What a game.
very good game, guys. That was awesome
So
to watch.
hopefully this shows you how the Cole was doing what it was doing. It was able to build a board. Here it's Bear Spirit Monk. It damages the units over time, and then in one big fell, typically when the opponent has the first player token, it just blows up the board, and then swings again whenever they get the first player token. And we saw games where it was here's 8 and then another 8. Just huge volumes of damage. Just amazing.
Yes. And that's how most of them are going to go. I mean, if I don't know how many more Coles we get. Actually, I think we this I didn't mean we inadvertently recorded like nothing but Cole matches for the first day, but I think we switched that up completely in the second day.
That is correct. That is correct. But I think it was important for people to see how this one worked. Now against me, it's not much of a game, but because I went down a path. But this was very interesting. Tremendous players, both top 4. You got to give it up to them. Jason, we may have nitpicked, but that's only because it's crazy 2020 hindsight. We kind of knew the outcome.
For sure.
So we're looking for ways to potentially eke you across that finish line. But to say that you played poorly would be a misnomer of mammoth proportions. I think you played very well. So
Right, right. The molten gold, the bear thing. That's what we had said to do, and then I just realized afterwards maybe he could have pulled it out. But again, that's 2020 hindsight.
right,
Man, that was
right.
crazy. Triple Chain of Revenge is always going to be brutal.
And Elliot, goodness gracious,
Wow.
nerves of
But
steel.
he's
I'm
just
just gonna
like,
take
yeah,
that.
I'll take
I'll
four
take
wounds
that.
from Anguish.
I'll
Sure.
just take 4
Whatever.
wounds.
That's crazy to me. That's awesome.
Great games, guys. Great games. Well, I think that's going to do it for this one. Probably the most exciting one that we've had, and maybe the one of the most exciting we're going to get. But that was a great match. Wow,
Legendary.
good stuff.
Also, don't forget about Calling the Reaper. It's on the table. Go
It's on the
buy it.
table, available at Amazon. Jason's a great guy. Go buy the book. All right. Well, that'll do it for us. As always, if there's any questions, comments, concerns, send them our way. We thank you all very much for listening and watching, and we really do look forward to providing you more interesting Gen Con Ashes matches.
Thanks, guys.
Bye bye.